Hello there. I've been asked to give my thoughts on the recent Canelo Munguia fight, where Canelo won on points, as we all know. Anyway, so as I thought, Canelo was always going to win. If it went to points, he was definitely going to win. Even if he lost, he was going to win on points. But I couldn't see him being beat by Munguia anyway. He just got too much experience, etc., etc. And I'm going to explain what I mean by all that in a second. So, first of all, let's look at some of the strengths and weaknesses of both during that particular fight. So we start with Canelo. Right, Canelo was able to land his jab almost at will against a taller opponent, which tells you that Canelo knows his distance properly. He knows his front foot placement, shoulders, everything else. He knows where to position himself correctly to throw the jab against a taller opponent. And he didn't have to jump in with it, throw it and jump out. He was able to almost, and obviously he wasn't remaining in place, but almost appear to be just standing there and able to jab when he felt like it. So you know that his foot placement, timing, distance, angulation, and all those things are in place correctly, properly, and well trained. So more on that in a bit. Other things that Canelo's got in his favour, great strengths he's got, is his defence is excellent, timing, his chin, when to hit, choosing when to hit and what to hit with, and his economy of motion, economy of movement, and economy of punches. It's rare that he throws a punch that is miles out or throws a punch when it's not needed. So he's got a ton of great strengths, of course he has. What you might call weaknesses, well, you could argue that he's not busy enough. You could argue that he tends to use that high guard a lot more now than he used to, so there's a less movement going on. That could be age, it could be wear and tear, it could be many things. And also one weakness is having such a good chin, because you can start to rely on that, and sooner or later it will give way. Anyway, so that's enough about Canelo. We all know how good he is, etc., etc. So Munguia, right, some strengths first, some positives on it. His punch output's good. He's got a good chin. He's busy all the time. He punches in bunches. He's got great heart, determination, and all that sort of thing. But the weaknesses on him were glaring in that fight. He's the taller guy. He's got more reach, and he was out-jabbed by the much shorter guy with much less reach, which tells you a couple of things. One, Canelo's obviously either got great foot placement time, which we've already spoken about, but it also means that Munguia hasn't. So he can't judge distance properly, or Canelo was stopping him from doing it. If you truly understand distance, the other guy won't stop you from doing it, because you know distance. So if he's moved, blah, 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 you will be moving, and so on and so forth. It's a chess match. So, to my mind, Munguia's got to really work on his distance, front foot placement, angulation, to get it up to somewhere near the level of Canelo. And then he's got a chance against him. But other than that, he's got no chance. He stays in the pocket too long, and it's sort of like, seems to be unsure when to not be engaging, if that makes sense. Sometimes you don't want to be engaging, you've got to move off, and you've got to get back to boxing distance rather than in close fighting distance. And he doesn't seem to be sure when to do that and how to do it. So, why is his distance so bad by comparison? Well, humble opinion, I've got nothing to back it up, no facts, no nothing. It's just what I see and what I think. So this is just an opinion, and everybody's got one. But when I've seen him doing pads, it's the same old bullshit pads. When I've seen him on the heavy bag, he's just hitting the heavy bag. When I've seen Canelo on the heavy bag, they're working something, whatever it may be, but they're working on something. When I've seen them on pads, they're working on something. Now, a lot of people know my thoughts on bullshit pads, but bullshit pads doesn't teach you the correct angles, doesn't teach you the correct distance, and doesn't teach you the correct timing. All it is a workout. Now, if all you're putting out there is a workout to fool everybody, fair enough, you fooled me. But if that's how you're actually doing pads, then you better stop, because it's total bullshit and it's ruining you as a boxer. I'm speaking directly to Munguia now on this. You've got to understand foot placement, timing, distance, angulation, all those things, where your shoulders are in relation to all of this, and all of those things that come in. There's so many little things that come into play, which Canelo has in place and you, as in Munguia, don't. And I put it down to bullshit pads and bullshit heavy bag work, and the coach not doing anything about it. So shame on the coaches if they haven't done anything about it, and shame on Munguia if they have told you and you've done nothing about it. But that's my opinion. Right or wrong, I can only speak as I see it, and that's what I see, that's what I reckon. Anyway, there you go. That's my thoughts on it. Bye-bye.